Every day I'm shuffling.
Hello Repony, this is DJ Celestia, and I'm back at the radio station again, thankfully. So, there has been some issues going around this year's hot air balloon race, and covering the issue is Nick Beta. I would say it's a bit of an insult to Earth Ponies to say, keep your hooves on the ground.
The annual hot air balloon race above Canterlot Commons draws crowds of over 4,000 ponies annually. The race has been an equestrian institution since ponies first started flying balloons almost 300 years ago, and both princesses are seen in attendance each year. Kind Pegasi have always assured clear skies for the event as a sign of unity between the three types of ponies, but a comment by a member of the weather crew has brought preparations to a halt. So what did the Pegasus say exactly? In the middle of an interview with Canterlot National News, the weather cult known as Lavender stated that he felt the annual race should no longer be held.
Let me spell it out for you this way. It's like, you unicorns and earth ponies try so hard to fly, and then you feel so accomplished when you reach the finish line. It's not like you did anything amazing. We Pegasi fly literally all the time, and trust me, we all want you to keep your hooves on the ground. But going back to
These comments sparked outrage in both the unicorn and earth pony communities. The Society for the Equal Treatment of Unicorns released a statement less than 3 hours later, calling the interview the most brash offense against unicorns since the Hill incident at the Equestrian Olympics, and claiming that they won't take this lying down. The Ethical Earth Pony Society is set to release a statement once they can actually find an earth pony who can write with their mouth effectively. Leaders within the Pegasus community have already denounced Lavender's comments. Fleetfoot, a Wonderbolt's backup, had this to say.
Yeah, it's pretty uncool to fly in a balloon, but we respect you ponies anyway.
So what happens next? Until this infighting is resolved, nothing. The balloon race has been postponed indefinitely after the weather team was turned into a group of hummingbirds by a radical unicorn activist. Earth ponies have also gathered at Canterlot Commons to protest the event, but they're having a hard time communicating their message with illegible signs. As a reporter, I'd like to say that I think the reaction from every type of pony has been more than a little uncool. We as ponies need to remember that we're only strong when we're united. And hey, at least we're not griffins, right? This is Nick Beta, signing out.
I'm more worried about the Pegasus who gave that comment. Next up, Tree Kicker on his adventure to the Rainbow Lake that all rainbows from the Weather Factory actually falls to. Would you imagine where would the rainbow actually fall? To the ground or just evaporate thin air? Here's Tree Kicker's adventure log.
Tree Kicker back once again. This time, I'm following up on my earlier question of where do the Rainbow Falls go after falling off the edges of Cloudsdale? Well, now I have the answer for all of our listeners and myself. I started by hiring a Pegasus taxi to take me to Cloudsdale and to follow the Rainbow Falls where they may flow. After a long day and dodging several accidental lightning bolts thanks to the wall-eyed mailman from my earlier report, I have seen where the falls end, in a giant rainbow lake. This lake is surrounded by zapapple trees. Furthermore, after the first 50 trees or so surrounding the lake, the zapapple trees stop, becoming more common varieties such as Red Delicious and Granny Smith. Judging by the fact that the Rainbow Lake and zapapple trees are very close to the edges of Sweet Apple Acres, a popular and expansive local farm, I must assume that they are the original zapapple trees that farm co-founder Granny Smith picked fruit from that eventually grew into the zapapple trees that literally put Ponyville and Sweet Apple Acres on the map. This is an impressive discovery, and I'm now mailing a request to the government that the historic area be declared an equestrian national park. This has been my piece, Tree Kicker signing out. Next time I will be traveling just south of Ponyville to report on the current situation of a traveling circus losing all of their performance animals thanks to the work of an unknown vigilante.
That answers my question then. Thanks to Tree Kicker for the report. So to end the broadcast, here's something I can't miss in my eye hoof. Enjoy then!
Bossy.